And one of the questions I asked was, what is holding me back?
In front of 15 people, 20 people.
He looked me in the eyes and said, your music.
I've realized that when you don't have a relationship that's truly collaborative and transparent, you're gonna pay for it down the road later.
I was like, that's hot. I'm posting 2 to 3 times a day on TikTok. I'm like going so hard, very like trying to big brain the operation, you know what I mean? And I was just frustrated because I was like, what else do I have to do?
If you just drive the fans wild, that's the best way to expand.
And then they spread the message.
They do the work.
This one is very different in regards to how it feels in my soul because I wrote it when I was like down bad, like grieving my grandma and just like a very sad year.
It can be your engine, it can't be your GPS.
Anger can be your engine, not your GPS. That's awesome. Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, welcome to Unfamous, the Unfamous podcast where we tell the untold stories and the unsung tales of how your favorite pop culture moments get made, the art of collaboration. Today, we have 2 people who I know very well. Emei and I are just getting to know each other.
Yes.
Ricky and I go back 13?
Well, stop. Let's quit while we're in.
A very long. We were both artists when we met. That tells you how long ago it was. We were both trying to be pop stars. But so instead of the awkward moment on the podcast where the host lists your credits, I use this moment for you two to introduce each other to the world and brag about each other to the world.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that nice?
I'm obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
You go first?
I'll go first. Let's see. I mean, Emei is one of the most amazing, hardworking artists I've ever worked with in my life, in my career. And I've worked with the greats. And the first time that I saw her live, saw her connection with her fans, that was the thing. The fan community and how she led this community was the thing that drew me in.
Aww.
But the singing, the creativity, but overall just the drive. And everything she does is colored with vulnerability and honesty, and it's just the kind of artist you want to work with.
Oh,
Emei!
Thank you. Okay, Ricky Reed, everybody. I mean, legendary producer, songwriter, CEO, dad of 3. Great guy overall. He's
the hair is looking extra good, by the way.
So true.
Great hair.
Shoes.
Great shoes.
Oh, come on now.
But made era-defining, legendary songs. He's worked with Lizzo. He's worked with Tinashe, the Marias. So many incredible songs. He actually, fun fact, wrote my sister's wedding song, Love You for a Long Time by Maggie Rogers, or was a part of it. Yeah.
No way.
So that's a fun fact.
Wow.
But yeah, he's also just a great dude and a mentor for me. And it's been so incredible working with him for this project. And it's just, I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here.
It's also, one really important song you left out of his credits. 2, actually.
Yeah,
our 2 that we wrote together.
It's true.
Mm-hmm. Ricky and I wrote Halsey's Bad at Love together.
So good.
And we wrote Leon Bridges' Beyond together.
Okay.
Yes.
Which are 2 of my favorite songs in my discography.
We talk about wedding songs.
Guys.
Talk about wedding songs.
Beyond, yesterday I was actually listening to that one like a lot. And I was like, wow, what an incredible song. You guys killed that.
Thank you.
Just for the record.
It was a special moment. It was, you called me like the night before. And we've worked together. So you know how I like to talk, you hang for a while, but because you called me the night before, I only had like 2.5 hours. So I was just like, hey, Leon, nice to meet you. What's going on in your personal life?
Yeah.
Like I can't be nice about this. I need to know all the tea now.
Yeah.
And then that was Beyond. Yeah, it's a really special one.
Truly amazing.
But enough about me. How did you find each other? How did this start?
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever really talked about this.
I'm not even that sure, to be honest.
I may have been scrolling.
He was scrolling.
Yeah. You a video popped up of you just performing live.
Oh, okay.
And I just thought it looked amazing. And we I got in touch with some of my team was already familiar with your manager, Steve Sparrow, who's one of the greatest managers in the music business. We now know. And we reached out to him, and his first thing was essentially like, we're just over talking to record labels. Like,
Wow.
if you're serious,
I
if
was
you're
like,
really
close.
serious, maybe. But I think, you can speak more about it. But where they were at that point, it was just like, but you guys been given the runaround so many times.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing when you're courting. I talk to my wife about this often because you're courting an artist. It bears a lot of similarities to courting somebody romantically. No, I am serious, but I texted twice yesterday, so I'm gonna wait 2 days before I follow all that stuff. But met
So true.
met him, and then we flew out to see you at a bunch of different shows on that tour.
Oh, cool.
And then
Where was the first show you saw?
My first one I saw was San Francisco at the Independent.
Cool.
Amazing place. The Bay Area is one of the best places to see an artist for the first time.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Why?
Well, it's not quite as, the most fun place to see an artist is not in LA or New York. It's the Midwest or Texas,
Yep.
Sure.
where kids go crazy.
Yep.
The Bay Area has a little bit, I'm from the Bay Area, so I also just love being
I feel
there.
like I'm also biased, but
Also biased, but no, but in the Bay Area, you have this thing where the kids are excited and thrilled and fired up or whatever, but you have a little bit of that coastal self-made tastemaker thing woven into it. You just get this really nice mix of kids, and I just thought the kids at your show were so sweet and so caring. And
my fans are the best.
Yeah.
They're like, I feel like whenever I need them to like really go hard with me, they always do. And we just have the best time ever. Yeah.
So then you see her in the Bay Area. When is the first time you guys wrote together? Or when is the first time it became like, okay, we're gonna work together? Like, let's do this.
it probably was starting with some sessions.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. That was right after tour.
Yeah.
Because I think I met you for the first time right before tour. I remember because we had the same color journal, which was hilarious. You remember
That's
that?
right.
I was like, I'm a notebook person. You were like, me too. And then we pulled it up and it was exactly the same journal.
I just want to say,
was crazy.
Notebook people, stop bragging that you can read your handwriting.
Yeah,
because that's
yeah.
very disrespectful to those of us who, if I were to
fair.
write, there's no way that I can even.
You can't
read
read your own handwriting.
There is no way, and I just think it's so cocky every time people come into sessions and okay, so your hand works. Okay,
You can
chill.
read. It's fine.
Stop bragging.
Though sometimes when I'm writing things that I'm embarrassed by, I'll write extra scribbly so I can't read it back.
Ooh.
Sometimes I do
That's
it to
like
get it
hidden
out.
ink in real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just write
Brilliant.
like you can't read it.
For you, because I think obviously Ricky, it seemed like by seeing her show and her fan base, you knew you wanted to work with Emei. You were like, I gotta do this. For you, in the session, when was the moment that you felt like, okay, maybe this is my creative partner and now business partner?
I'm really curious to hear.
This is a good question. Yeah, okay, so when Ricky reached out, I remember Steve talking to me about you, and I was like, okay, another person reaching out. I was low-key like, all right, here we go again. A lot of people kick the tires. I kind of felt just I didn't really want to talk to anybody unless I knew they were serious. And honestly, it was I think that you coming to the show is a big deal because I don't think you can really understand who I am as an artist until you come to the show.
Cool.
So that was a huge thing for me. I was and I really keep track of who comes to my shows.
Well, and to vouch for that, because you really wanted me to see, Ricky wanted me to see your show at Fonda, but I was out of town. And so even before you and I wrote, the three of us wrote together, you really wanted me to see the show. I just unfortunately couldn't.
Totally.
Yeah.
Next
So
time.
he definitely understood that, though, that that's a part of who you are.
It's a big part of it. I think I do what I do to perform, overall. I feel like there's a lot of artists who are writers first or, are different things first. And for me, it's performing, entertaining. It's number one.
We're theater kid
so
sisters.
fun.
We're theater kids over here.
know.
Yeah, the show comes first.
The show is the best thing. But yeah, so the first thing was the show. And then honestly, I think when we met in February and I was just talking to him, I think you were one of the only people who took notes on my past discography and had things to share about it. And he was talking about certain songs and gave me a lot of very helpful feedback. And
Cool.
obviously that makes sense because he's Ricky Reed.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, that was like huge. I felt like you were brilliant and it was very obvious. And I feel like that I can kind of tell. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when you're talking to someone, you're like, are they just blowing smoke up my ass?
Yeah.
Or are they actually giving helpful feedback? So that was one. And then really, I feel like the thing that really did it for me, this was crazy. Okay.
Wow. Whoa, man.
It was, we were having a meeting at Nice Life and it was a big table.
Nice Life is Ricky's label for anyone who doesn't know.
And it was like, I don't even know, I think it was like 15 or 20 people. And Ricky was asking me questions and I was asking him questions. And it was very like, it felt like we were both interrogating each other, but in like a fun way.
Yeah, in a good way.
In a fun way.
Yeah.
And one of the questions I asked was, what is holding me back? Like, what is the weakness that is like not allowing
You
me to
asked
go
that?
farther?
In front of 15 people,
I mean,
15,
that's
20 people.
I
Bold.
did. I did.
That's brave on your part.
It was, I mean, I like to ask that because then you can tell, like, are they, you know, are people going to shirk away? Are they going to just say some bullshit? Or are they going to like, you know? And Ricky said, and this was crazy, he looked me in the eyes and said, your music. And like, I'm just saying, like, I think that some artists would have been like,
fuck you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But like for me, I was like, whoa. I low-key, I was like, that's
Slay.
hot. I was like into it. I was like, this is awesome.
All
I was
right,
like, he was
let's
just
fucking
so
go.
like down to like just be so honest with me
Get to the point.
and give me like like that's what I need to like grow.
Yeah.
Like I need people around me who are not yes men, who are like telling me how to break another ceiling. Like I need
And
that
just
around
get
me.
better.
Exactly.
Ricky,
and that was huge.
When you
that's awesome.
say that, what is your thought process as not only the CEO of Nice Life Music, records, whatever, publishing, everything you do,
Right.
but as someone who's then gonna co-write with her and produce as well, when an artist asks you that, 'cause that's a very serious answer.
Yeah.
What is going through your head?
Yeah. I mean, I can't, you know, I'm human. I get nervous, like laying it out like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I've realized that when you don't have a relationship that's truly collaborative and transparent, you're going to pay for it down the road later. Maybe you're going to spin your wheels for 4 years with someone who doesn't really want to grow. You're going to spend a ton of money, a ton of time.
Yep.
It's so much more valuable to be like, I'm just going to drop this now.
Yeah.
And if they withstand the impact,
Then
we have a relationship.
Totally.
Yeah.
And that's
totally.
and it's like different with everybody that I work with, but there's always some version of that conversation.
Yeah.
Some where it's like, here's really what it's going to be, and are we going to be able to do this or not? And then some really aren't interested.
Yeah.
Some are.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Everybody kind of needs different vibes in
Yeah.
their lives.
Well, and I think that that's a really, really great thing to learn from, even just for me. That's a great thing to learn from you right now of like, it is at some point in any collaborative relationship, a hard conversation happens.
Yeah.
And so that's actually a great fucking lesson is start with the hard one. And see if you guys can survive the first one. Because, why waste time if it's not going to happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, like with us at that point, we had like spent a little bit of time together.
Yeah.
So there was already like, you want to get to the point where there's enough trust built where it's like, this is clearly coming from a place of somebody who
Of care
believes
and-
believes in you and, you know, all that. But like, it's really important. And I regret relationships where I hadn't done that sooner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
in the hard way.
It was pretty intense though. Like I was like, whoa. Like I was like,
In front of a
yo.
crowd is
In front of
crazy,
a
actually.
crowd. I was like, yo. And then I thought about it and I actually like, cause I think I've been, you know, as an independent artist before signing, like it was like, I felt like I was hitting some ceilings where I was like, I am busting my balls every day. I'm posting 2 to 3 times a day on TikTok. I'm like going so hard, very like trying to big brain the operation. You know what I mean? And I just didn't, I was just frustrated because I was like, what else do I have to do? Like what else can I grow on? And I think he was absolutely right. Like I think that like, especially after this project, I'm like, whoa, like my music right now is way better than what it was before. And that's huge.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it is the thing.
And that's kind
always.
of the whole goal,
It's
right?
always the thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So, yeah.
When do you guys, when you're writing together, when do you know that like, okay, this song is actually a song now that we need to give time and give life? I think that that's such an endless question for people trying to make music or make any sort of art, is when do you know something is worth finishing?
This is a great question for Ricky.
I mean, it's usually a lyric melody thing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's pretty straight ahead. It's one of two things. If we say something, we're like, oh, that's really sad. Like, that really hurts. Like, it kind of makes you die a little inside.
Yeah.
True.
That's one.
Yeah.
And then the other side is if something literally makes me laugh in a way that it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the first time we were like, don't ruin your life for Noah, bro. You barely even know him. We're like, that's so stupid and funny.
Yeah.
So for me, it's either like heartbreaking or it's like a little bit hilarious.
Yeah.
And it's usually one of those two things that'll say, I'll be like, this is a thing. That, or I guess I have one more, a title. If there's a title,
Interesting.
like we have like a little world,
Yeah.
a little world of a thing. And maybe we only have a couple lines of mediocre track, but we have like a little world inside of a title.
What I love about pointing that one out, I love all of them, but that one specifically is that can only, the title, the like fighting for a really good title, and maybe you fight for it a couple different times, can only work in like a regular collaboration. Because as someone like me, who sometimes I'm with the same artist for the bulk of their album, but a lot of times it's a day or two.
Right.
Right.
And if a title was used and then it gets brought into a different room, then it gets tricky of like, who does this belong to? And like, I'm deep in the Rose Gray album right now. And
So good, by the way.
thank you.
Everything that's been
The first
coming
single
out.
came out yesterday. We're very
Come
excited.
on.
Or Friday, whatever. Anyway, with her, we have this one title that she's tweeted, so I'll just say it. It's called Save the Girl, that we've now written 3 different times. But because it's us together, it's okay to do that. And I think it's another like, just one of the benefits of like, you don't have to write with the same person every fucking day, but there is benefits to like creating a core posse.
Yeah.
Because
True.
if you don't, sometimes something amazing just gets lost because then like who owns it? It gets tricky, it gets weird.
It does. It does.
But I feel because sometimes in a magical title, if you know it's magic, you might have to write it multiple times.
So
Yep.
Scatterbrain, my biggest song.
Banger.
Literally, I wrote that 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Like the same title
Yeah.
2 or 3 times. And I was just like, I just really like this title. And
Yeah.
I brought it in, so I felt like whatever, you know. And they were all different versions too,
Yeah.
like completely different spins. Like
Right.
it wasn't like now it's a love song, but initially it wasn't at all. And so yeah, it's definitely titles are huge.
Titles
I
are
mean,
huge.
Night at the Opera and Noah were both rewritten
Entirely different.
so many
Yeah.
times. Like
Yeah.
once you landed on the world of like, I like the feeling of a night at the opera.
It's such
It
a
was
great
like-
title. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna explore every corner of it. And
Yeah.
I'm glad we did, you know?
Yeah.
We tried so hard to put that title in. It never really made it.
That's the funny thing about that one.
Just
We
don't
love
say
the title. We love the world. We're like, let's see if we can say the damn thing in the song. And we tried like 20 different ways. It's a night at the opera. It's a night at the opera. Like,
Night at the Opera.
can you rap it? Like, it was like awful. Like every time was so bad. So we just like left it out and it works.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
great.
love it.
It's great.
When you guys are starting to write and you're stuck, right? Another famous question that we all get asked. When you're stuck, how do you get it moving?
Something that I'll say, because there's so many different versions of stuck, but something that I'll say is like, you know, I think one of the most common places we get stuck is like on a rhyme or a phrase. We're trying to like get the square peg in the round hole and we can't think of the rhyming word. I'll often say, okay, forget about the rhyme, forget about the melody. Let's just talk about what we're trying to say here.
Yep.
That, you know,
Yes.
in a microscopic sense, that will, or, you know, the other thing too is to just remind the artists or songwriters, like we can blow up the last 15 seconds of lyric melody we did if it's going to lead us somewhere new. Maybe we're headlocked on this because but maybe there's no more meat on the bone.
Yeah.
We need to throw that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten less and less afraid to just be like, what if we just start over?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, we can always come back.
Always.
Like, we might as well just start over, start something, and then, fuck around, make something easy, fun, whatever, and then come back and be like, okay, where are we at? You know? And it's just refreshing and gives everybody like a second to breathe, you know?
Yeah, I think that those are actually my two go-to tricks as well. Is let's just talk about it.
I got one more.
Oh, please,
sorry.
please.
I realized I just cut you off, but I'm so excited
Please
to share
cut me
this.
off. I talk so much.
Walking through a doorway.
Oh, you do that.
Walking through a doorway.
Wait.
Because somebody at first told me like, oh, like, why do I always have a good idea when I like get up to use the bathroom or something? And then someone else, I do not remember who told me this. They were like, it's about walking through doorways. Literally change your perspective. Just go through a door, come back, like do a few doorways and watch what happens.
Wow.
This makes so much sense because I just see him walking through doorways the whole time. Things are clicking.
Trying to get maximum entries and exits.
There always is the like, oh, I let me just go pee and I'll figure this out.
That's
but
true.
it probably is just the doorway.
I don't know, something about it. Literally seeing things from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, that's there is, and also I think it's just like leaving. Because when there's 3 people, 4 people, 2 people like obsessing over something, I think like the act of like leaving and coming back to it to think on your own can be really, really helpful.
Yeah.
When you guys were making Night at the Opera, was there a moment where it was like, okay, this is the vision for the body of work? Or what did you have the vision from this jump?
Oh my gosh, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So we probably, remember our first demo? It was like a minute and a half.
The first demo? Oh,
The
Night
first
at the
Night at
Opera.
the Opera.
Oh, yeah.
It was the super
It was
high
just
energy.
verse, chorus.
Yes. And I don't even think we had the pain and the gag and the drama.
Nope.
Didn't have that.
Nope, didn't have that.
None of the 3.
Now that's on a lot of hats.
Yeah. Yeah. But we sent this to a few people, like to Steve, your manager, to a few people at Atlantic on the Nice Life team. And there was so much creative around the other songs, videos, video treatments, things that were getting well-baked for this EP. And we sent everyone a 90-second demo. And we're like, scratch everything. We're going. Like,
Start over, sorry.
This is the new direction.
My bad.
We just turned the whole thing around off a 90-second demo. We had a title and we had an energy. And we were like, literally scrap the video, scrap this, scrap that.
Wow.
We're turning it around.
I mean, I filmed a whole nother music video for What's the Point? Like entirely. Like we were gonna start. I feel like I didn't even have a project title yet, but I like knew what I wanted to do. And we went down a whole path, and then Night at the Opera changed everything. Cause I was like, well, obviously it has to be theatrical and dramatic if we're gonna call it Night at the Opera.
So for you as the person who has to then go promote it and perform it, how helpful is it that like all of a sudden there was a whole vision instead of just like some songs?
Oh my. I mean, I feel like when I'm writing a project, I'm waiting for that moment, like the whole time.
What's the difference between this project and stuff you've done before? In your heart, not in terms of like playlisting and blah, 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 like in your heart.
Well, so weirdly, I do think this always happens to me where it's like the last second things will click. It's always happened this way.
Yeah.
Even with Rabbit Hole, literally the same thing. I was like, one day I was just like, I think I went to Joshua Tree and I had all these songs running around and I just didn't know how they related to each other. And then went into nature and was like, oh, and it's the same thing with this project. But this one is very different in regards to how it feels in my soul because I wrote it when I was like down bad, like grieving my grandma and just like a very sad year.
That's right. Yeah.
So I think that this project just came from such an emotional place. Like honestly, like release day was like pretty intense for me. Like I feel like I had like grief is weird, you know, it's been like a year and a half. And I feel like because the songs were out, I like woke up that morning and was like, I am so griefy today. Like I'm so sad. And I'm like, I don't know why. And I'm like, oh, it's because the songs are out.
All the songs
makes
about
sense.
this are out.
Yeah. So that's definitely different.
Ricky, you've made so much amazing music as a producer, writer, and now an executive. What feels different to you about the stuff you do with Emei versus everything else? Whether that's a process answer or whether that's a product answer.
Ooh, I want to know.
That's a great question. I mean, one thing that's really, really exciting about it, and I think I've had this idea a little bit in the past with like some acts that I work with, but it's so clearly like, it's just such a solid idea with you is like that the only people we're speaking to are the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care about strangers, people that haven't heard you yet, making new fans. We just want to drive your fans crazy.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's the only goal. And like, I learned a little bit of that, different kind of act, but I learned a little bit of that working with the Marias, working with Tinashe a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like, if you just drive the fans wild, that's the best way to expand.
And then they spread the message.
They do the work. Yeah, they do the work for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what was also really fun is that this is one of the first times where we've been creatively, working on a project together. But you guys really, I'm saying you guys, you and your manager, Steve, really allowed me and some of the team in on some of the big decisions about like the release cadence.
Oh, yeah.
How this is going to be Night at the Opera. It's going to be a whole EP, but there's more releases. There's more coming. I won't say too much, but there's more coming that is all part of this world and collaborating together on it was so cool.
Cool.
Because oftentimes for me, I just write and produce and then kind of cross my fingers.
Right.
Make a few phone calls, Like that had been the way things go. And it's been really cool to be in the weeds with you guys on it.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Totally.
Can you guys each, and obviously your journey together is new-ish.
Yeah.
So you can go back to before you met each other. It can be your own separate journeys. Can you think about moments, whether it was a gig, a session, early on that really made you like cringe, and now you like realize without that moment you would not be the artist you are today? And I say artist is like a broad term, not just a pop star.
Right. Oh man, the worst show I've ever played.
Great, let's go. These are the kind of stories we want.
Yeah.
Tell us the worst and then tell us how you overcame it.
Oh man, okay, it was in high school. I was playing our school meeting. Literally nobody remembers this for sure, but I will forever remember it.
We're gonna find out in the comments.
Oh my God. It was Thursday morning at 10 a.m. and everybody had to be there. You know what I'm saying?
That's the worst part.
School.
That's the worst part.
It was
mandatory.
horrifying.
I need more details. How large is the student body?
It was like 1,200.
Oh fuck, that's
big.
I
Like an
went to a
auditorium.
school of like 140 people, so 1,200 is terrifying.
No, it was big, and it was all 4 grades. And I had played school meeting before, I think freshman year, but I was a freshman. Everybody was like, "Oh, she's so cute," and everybody was like, "Yay!" You know what I mean? But then I was a senior, and I did this program called Young Arts. Do you guys know about Young Arts? It's great, but it basically was this awesome program I did, and then I was on school meeting, and I was like, I had a PowerPoint and told the school about this awesome program I did. And I'm a theater kid and a nerd and a tryhard. So obviously, you know what I mean? And so I'm there being like, this is awesome. And then I said, I'm not very good at talking sometimes, but I was like, it was the first time that I ever felt like I was surrounded by people who really cared about what they did.
So accidentally insulting the entire student body.
The whole student body.
And the teachers. Yeah.
And everybody went, ooh. And I was like, oh no. And I was like, oh no. And then after that, I had to go up and sing a song.
No! Hello, my little unfamous friends. So, the thing about the algorithm, Lil Miss algorithm, is that she doesn't want to let people know about our podcast unless she thinks that people love it. So if you follow this podcast, what do the old school YouTubers say? Like, subscribe, and follow. If you do that for me, then you will help the unfamous message of the beauty of the art of collaboration reach more people. So please do me just a cute little favor and follow this podcast and share it and do all those fun things. Bye.
That's crazy.
What'd you say?
It was a Sia song. I think it was.
Oh, so Sia's like writes the hardest melodies in the world.
I think it was Birds Set Free, maybe. I don't know. It was one of the Sia songs. And to be fair, I killed it.
I'm sure.
I killed it. But it was like the coldest, like most like just upset crowd I've ever sang at. And it was like a karaoke track. So it was like super not the vibe. And it was just like, oh my God.
See, what I think which you probably subconsciously and consciously learned from this moment is now, as Ricky's pointed out multiple times, you treat your fan base with the most beautiful love and respect.
Oh, yeah.
Because you learn what happens when you disrespect.
Oh my God. It was so
Disrespect
bad.
and then perform.
It was so bad.
Unbelievable.
It was so
combination.
bad. So yeah, that one probably goes down in history for like a brutal one.
Oh, that's that, because we always talk about, especially in theater, like don't disrespect your audience.
No.
But that's normally like a metaphorical statement.
It was so
Right.
yikes.
It's literal.
Right.
And I was
Oh
like, I
my
didn't
God.
even mean it like that. Like I was just trying to be like, this is awesome. Go sign up. Oh my God.
I love it.
Yeah, so now I'm very in tune with energy, I think, like, especially with the crowd. Like, I feel like I've always been in tune, but I feel like after that moment, I've been very, like, I know exactly what's going on down there, you know? So, yeah.
Ricky, do you remember?
Oh my gosh. I was kind of running down, like there's been so many.
Yeah.
And I bring them up for my kids now, like being a father pretty often when something rough or difficult or trying happens for them, trying to say, you know, going through this stuff is what makes you strong. It's what makes you good, blah, blah, blah. But it's been countless for me. I'm thinking about, you know, the days of playing to empty rooms on tour, various rejections in all shapes and sizes. But the really, really, really cringe one, you use that word, I got a bad one for you.
Oh,
I mean,
let's
for
go.
a performer, you can relate to this time period too, because we were playing around the same time.
Yeah.
So earlier than when we were signed, when we were both really wanting to be signed in the early 2000s, I had a band that was kind of a pop punk amalgamation of sorts, early aughts thing. It was my first like time really taking a swing at it, coming out of high school, early college. And we got what they used to call a showcase. I don't know if people do this anymore, where a major record label invites you to come down and do like a performance in a rehearsal studio. So we came down from the Bay Area, our band, we set up all of our gear. We put up our lights that we got from Guitar Center.
Yes.
Let's go.
It was like, and it was a noon, it was scheduled for noon at SIR in Hollywood. You know, it's like brighter than it is in here right now. And it was for a guy running Capitol Records named Andy Slater.
Okay.
And we were all set up to go, you know, like bleach tips, you know, we're all ready.
Honey, it's not a show if you didn't bleach your tips.
It's like, we're talking like Jinko's bleach tips. Like it's
So
vibe.
this is early 2000s.
Yeah.
This is like, love it. Got it.
Yeah,
Check.
yeah. I mean, that could be the end of the story and it would be pretty cringe.
By the way, both of those things are coming back though. So young people are
True.
like, oh, you looked amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to play at noon, and obviously everyone's sweating bullets. This is a huge deal. Capitol Records. Oh my God, you know, and half hour passes, 2 hours pass. About 2.5, 3 hours later, the CEO of Capitol walks in with like a little entourage. And you know, we get up on stage and can't really see them too clearly. And we start performing, and like a little bit into the song, I'm like singing and looking, squinting my eyes, like, I think I see Art Alexakis from Everclear, the singer of the famed, who's like one of the biggest bands in the world at that time. I was a big fan. And I'm like, and then while squinting, and we're doing the full on like jumping on stage, like trying to keep everyone hype in this like rehearsal studio. And probably a minute and a half in, the guy who showed up 3 hours late just walks out mid-song with all of his entourage.
Oh.
Except one. And I'm pretty much ready to tear up, just the combination of, you know, adrenaline and anxiety and all this stuff. So we finished the song, and there's one guy in the back, and he does a little clap, and it's Art Alexakis from Everclear. He stayed, and he was like, well, I'll say this. You guys got balls. And then he walked out.
What? Or no.
And honestly, I respected him so much for that. He gave us something
Oh.
He gave us something. He said, well, you're courageous and I'll give you that. But that was it.
Oh. Okay, so I have to share a similar story.
Please.
So my band, Semi-Precious Weapons, Semi-Poo-Poo-Wee-Wee, to those who know us best, we got asked to do a showcase at a rehearsal space for Columbia Records in New York City. 2006, our original guitar player, who was an amazing co-writer for me, but just like hated performing, hated a lot of it.
Yeah.
We rehearsed the night before and he refuses to rehearse and refuses to even like check and make sure like his pedal board's working.
Oh,
and he's being like really shady to all of us of like, guys, come on, I fucking got it. Leave me alone. Screw you.
Yeah.
We go in, the executive who's thrilled, really hoping that his boss lets us, his name was Michael Kaplan. He's really hoping that the head of Columbia wants to sign us because he loves us. And he's come to see our actual shows and our fan base was similar from what I've seen in videos of your fan base, a very similar, very passionate, small but fucking mighty fan base.
Yeah.
And he says to me, hey, just make sure, because I was very interactive with the audience. He's like, don't interact too much. Like the guy in charge is very homophobic.
Wow.
And so it's already gonna be a hard sell. And if you get like too playful with the audience, it's gonna end. Like verbally playful, or even I would like jump in the audience sometimes. He's like, just fucking sing your ass off and call it a day. And I was like, at that point, right, it's 2006.
Right.
The world is very homophobic and I want a fucking record deal. So I'm like, fine.
You're like, okay.
Well, then the guitar player's fucking pedal board, of course, because he refused to check it, is not working.
So you got to kill time.
So I got to kill time.
I thought you were going to say, so you got to kill him.
Ticking time bomb.
So I have to kill time.
No.
And my banter is basically just like drag queen banter.
Right.
That's the humor I know.
Yeah.
That's the humor I slay. And so I just go into a full drag stand-up routine because I was in full makeup and heels. And I just see the guy who wants so badly to sign us. I just see him like crumble and die. And
That's so sad.
sang the songs, and the head of the label left before. But we had like at least 40, like the whole company came. Like everyone in the New York office came. So at least like all the young people stayed for our set.
Yeah.
But it was we've all had these moments.
Oh my God.
We've
That's
all
crazy.
had the moments. How do you guys I got through the tough moments by just going, I know I'm awesome.
Oh yeah, same.
And I'm gonna figure this out. Is that your defense?
Same.
too?
I think after that performance, I got off stage and was like, fuck all these people. I was looking like, they're gonna ask me for tickets one day. And then I was like, whatever. But I obviously cried about it first.
I think to do what we do, like making art in public, no matter how big or small the audience is, even if it's a fucking showcase for 3 executives, making art in front of people, you have to put on a delusional set of armor to survive it. Yeah. How is that the same for you, Ricky? Or how do you get through that moment?
I mean, I do get angry. I get like, I think most people that would work with me in the studio wouldn't think that like anger is a very present thing in me and drives a lot of my work ethic. But it really does. Like because I've faced this kind of thing at so many stages in my career, even now things come up where I'm like, we can't get a meeting or whatever the thing is, I'm like,
oh, it never ends. That's the thing. You think when you get to the top, that people will stop being shitty.
Guys.
They don't.
No,
they don't, girl. Get ready.
Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Yeah. No, so I mean, I just it drives me. It's a motivator, but but it's hard. It still hurts.
Yeah. I have said quite frequently on this podcast, I'll say it again, that I think anger is a great motivator as long as it doesn't take over your whole day.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it fuels you for like a couple minutes a day, awesome.
Yeah.
But I think
it can be your engine. It can't be your GPS.
Yes,
Yeah.
you know?
yes.
I like
yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anger can be your engine, not your GPS. That's awesome. Okay, I ask this on every episode. What song, or it could be a video or a show. Videos definitely dating me and Ricky. I don't know how important videos are to your generation, but what is the thing that I like to say ruined your life in a good way of like, oh my God, I'm so obsessed with this song or this performance that I have to be a musician now. My life has changed because I just heard or saw this thing.
Oh my
good
God.
Lord.
There's so many that I literally had like 5 flash through my mind already. I remember in college being so unbelievably obsessed with that performance of Yeba singing My Mind. I think I watched it like 8 times, like in a row one day. And I was like, whoa. Anyways, obsessed. That was obsessed. I feel like as a kid, it was like Selena Gomez. Naturally.
Love.
Like Selena Gomez and The Scene. I had that CD. That was my first CD, actually.
Yeah.
Because my parents like didn't really listen to pop music. They're immigrants. So I like had West Side Story in the car, which was also elite. But it was,
I mean,
yeah.
you can't go wrong with.
I know.
Yeah.
So anyways, so that's probably, those are the things that come up in my mind. And obviously like theater was like just everything to me, so.
I mean, West Side Story and Selena Gomez in The Scene. That's a pretty like lethal combo. That's pretty awesome.
It was pretty lit, can't lie.
Amazing.
That's awesome. I think, I grew up, my mom raised me on a lot of music. I was also like total MTV kid. I got a TV on layaway from Kmart when I was like in 2nd grade and would just like wake up and watch. Do you remember The Grind?
Of course.
I would wake up and watch The Grind from like 7 to 7:30 in bed every day as a kid.
Oh my gosh.
But nothing drew me towards like a career in music until the first thing was some friends of mine said, there's a band playing in like this field in the town next to ours. And I went and I want to say it was a band called Project something. It was a Christian hardcore band.
Oh my God.
There was about 8 of us. They had a PA up on like hay bales, like straw hay bales. And there was like 8 of us. And like the band was probably pissed, whatever, that no one showed up for this like festival. But I just saw this band in this field and I just never felt anything like that in my body. And ended up seeing so many other hardcore bands, punk bands in the East Bay, and was just drawn towards this feeling that it gave me.
Yeah.
But with all the music that I had been raised on, I didn't go just towards that. But seeing that for the first time.
What was it about it? Was it the performance? Was it the audience? Or just the whole thing? Like,
yeah, I think it was the volume. I don't think I had experienced anything quite so
loud.
impactful. I was probably standing 2 feet away from this, like 315 thing. And shortly after that, we went to the Free Tibet concert and I saw Beastie Boys. I saw Pumpkins. I saw a guy, a giant guy, get his nose broken in a mosh pit. Pumpkins, Free Tibet in Golden Gate Park.
Fabulous.
1998, maybe. It was all that live experience did it for me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think live is I think in so many ways live can I'm so glad that like people are understanding how important the live show is again to an artist's journey, because there's nothing more special than art in front of people, even though it's terrifying. Yeah.
It's magical.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my gosh. It's crazy that and all of us, we can write something that we are feeling, and then a bunch of other people will listen to it and feel this. I mean, it's magic. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like it is spiritual. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Like it does not make sense.
Yeah. Well, in this new era, and you're going to go out, you touched on a tiny bit, but I'd love to dig in a little bit more if you don't mind, with all these songs about grief.
Yes.
How is it going to feel for you to go and play these songs?
So I just did 2 small underplays with fans this last week. And it was like, I think the LA show might have been like top 3 of my life. Like it was definitely special. Like something about it. And I think it's just, I really care about these songs like in a very different way.
Yeah.
Like I feel like every line I really, really mean. And it's been really special to do that. Like even this I think it was release day. So like 3 of the songs weren't even out yet, you know? And it was like, there were people in the crowd who knew the songs and had signs up with the lyrics that weren't out yet. Like it was crazy.
Wow.
And it was like, it made me just freak out because like the songs just mean so much to me. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Ricky, when you're writing with somebody who's writing about something as vulnerable and intimate as grief, and I know because we've talked about it, but you know, you're losing your grandma. Your grandma was like very close. It was a serious person in your life to lose. Ricky, as like the producer, co-writer in that process, how do you approach something that delicate? Like we've all written a million songs about breakups or falling in love, blah, blah, but this is a different level. How do you put your brain in a different place, or do you approach it the same?
You got to be willing not to get a song that day.
Yeah.
You got to be totally willing to just talk and share space with somebody.
Yeah.
I think that you have to put everything that they're saying and everything that they're feeling as a priority that goes so far above and beyond. Like it's always the priority what the artist is thinking and feeling and whatnot. But sometimes like, I do have a really hot beat that this would work on. So let's let's move the tempo up. You should try this and see, actually. Might be cool, you know? Yeah. But like in a situation like this, you have to really, 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 you got to like clear the deck. And then you have to build it in a way where everything, like we wrote a demo, if you remember one of those songs, it was like kind of a ballad. It kind of had a feeling of like a Van Morrison Into the Mystic or something. Cool. It had that feeling to it. And I think that when I'm building the music around a subject like this, I'm putting like a shaker on it or something. I'm like really listening to like, does this have that texture? Does this have a mood? If you're using a snap or a tambourine or the smallest detail of an instrument has to be resonating at the same frequency of what the artist is talking about. It's just like, you just have to handle it with care. Wow.
I'm so grateful that my ears don't work in that way. And like a specific, because that seems exhausting.
Yeah.
At the end of a day like that, I will come back and my wife will be like,
you good?
Yeah. Right about grief today? Yeah.
You're like, you don't understand, the tambourine wasn't sad enough.
It wasn't sad.
Ricky, this question is specifically for you, but don't worry, I have a question specifically for you after. Ricky, what do you think people, well, actually, I'm going to make it even more specific. What do you think artists misunderstand about the artist development stage, the development stage?
Oh boy. What do artists misunderstand
about the early stages of building a career?
That's a great question.
Thank Morgan. I didn't write it.
Morgan, that's a great question.
Good luck.
I think that there are some artists who are very, very blessed to be songwriters and world builders that are world class, essentially out of the womb, right? Yep. There's some that just have this thing. Like, I feel like, have I ever even like worked with them? Like maybe once or twice. I don't consider myself that way. I've had to work really hard to get to a level of craft that is at a professional level, but it's like, I think that artists often don't realize that the more time and effort and craft they put into really amazing songwriting and world building around songs in the early stages will make them go farther, faster than just being like, I wrote some songs, My shit doesn't stink. I'm going to post about it a lot.
Put it out now.
Let's go right now.
Yeah.
But what is the challenge though, is that I also don't think now you have like the ability of the room to like rest on your laurels and like sit in a creative, like if you want to get your career going, you do also have to get things out and get moving. So the approach that we take is trying to find some way to work so hard as to make really deep, meaningful songs that are powerful and impactful, and also stay aggressive as fuck with how we roll it out.
Yeah.
But I think that not enough artists really take the time to like listen deeply and think deeply about what it is they're really trying to convey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think patience. I know this is something that I'm learning from Ricky and from everybody around me, is like, I'm so impatient as an artist. I'm like, I'm not getting any younger, everybody. You know, like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I do think you need, like what he was saying, just patience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something that we'll say often. I mean, there are times when it's like, okay, something just happened. We got to get another record out in 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Let's go, go, go. But there's a lot of times where we can say pretty comfortably, like, look, nobody is like waiting on this.
Right.
And no, you have a huge, like a burning fire in you to get this out. But like, let's get the video right, or let's get the plan right, or whatever the thing is. And that can drive some people crazy. I think it would drive me crazy, honestly, if the roles were reversed.
Yeah.
Totally get it. But then what happens when we wait to get it right is you get a release that's like the way Night at the Opera looked and felt.
Yeah.
You know, we were going 100 miles an hour into something that we were kind of unsure about up until we took that little pause.
Yeah.
It was really helpful.
How do you balance right? Because promoting yourself has always been a thing as a musician, as a comedian, as a drag queen, whoever we're lucky enough to talk to on this podcast. We are in this world now where like the content creation very much, the promotional material very much has to come from the artist. It's not just doing interviews. It's not just going to radio stations. How do you balance the vision of an artist versus the vision of a promotional content creator?
It's two separate jobs.
Yeah.
It's two full-time jobs, like completely.
Yeah.
And I think about it. I try to think about the content side of things very logically, in the sense of like, I make my plan and I stick to it. You know, I have days where I look at my plan and go, does this make sense? How do I do this? I have like a cycle that I loop through. I make it very like functionally, like logistics oriented, so that I can kind of separate my like emotional creative brain and focus on artistry in that way, so that I have like separation, you know what I mean? Cause like, I don't know. I think that if I just check the box every day and I'm putting my stuff out there, then I'm doing the best I can do. Yeah. And that is what I have control over. Yeah. And there are not that many things I have control over. So I feel like that is how I kind of like work in that world.
And do you tell your team, hey, this is how I want to do it? Or does everyone just like, anyone who's trying to learn how to pull this off? Because we all know there's this endless discourse about like, what would have happened if Kurt Cobain had to make TikToks, you know? And it's well, but he did have to go to like 300 radio stations around the world. Like there's always been a version of it. So how do you build that for yourself? Do you like set boundaries with your team, or how does it happen?
Content is like my wheelhouse. I feel like I actually I feel like when I get people's feedback, it's actually not that helpful, because it actually messes with my flow. And like, I know what I do works, so I kind of just try to keep it going. You know what I mean? And I ask for help when I need it, but it's mostly just run by me right now, at least. But I would say the issue with TikTok is that if I don't post, I feel unbelievably guilty. Like I have like trained myself.
Wow.
Whereas like it'll be 12 o'clock, I'll be in bed and I'll be like, I haven't posted. And I'll have to pull up my phone and be like, I gotta post. Because there's something about, it's my own pressure. It's not like anybody else. It's literally me being like, oh wow, am I really not gonna send this lottery ticket in today.
Well, I feel like I am the exact same way. Obviously, now I don't have to promote myself in the same way as you do, but I have like such like good student disease.
Yeah.
Like I used to, because I was such an overachiever my whole life. And if my mom would be like, hey, you were doing this and this. Like, you're not going to do your homework tonight. I need you to go to sleep. I will write a note for you.
Totally.
Wow.
I would try to go to bed and I would like sneak out of bed at 1 a.m. while my mom was asleep and do the homework because I couldn't imagine. And when I tell people these stories, they get so shocked that like a creative person was terrified about failing. And I'm like, well, but I didn't get here because I'm a genius. I got here because I'm upset. I don't want to fail.
No,
that's how I got here.
I relate so heavy. I relate so heavy. In high school, this was crazy. So in high school, I had to do the standardized test stuff, college, And I never had any like test prep. What I would do is I would print full practice tests. I'd wake up at 5 a.m. and do a full ACT practice test before school, then cut out all the problems I did wrong, put it in a notebook, and like write paragraphs about why I got it wrong and how I'm not gonna get it wrong next time.
Wow.
I was like a
Just
psycho.
What's the word?
Just like yelling at myself about it.
Exactly.
So it was, nobody told me to do that, but I had to get the scores for some reason.
I think they all saw you putting yourself into your own detention and they were like, she's punishing herself enough.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh my God, I got put in detention. I got detention one time for a whole week and I could not, I literally was the most embarrassed I maybe have ever been in my whole life. I couldn't believe it. And you know why I got detention? I got detention twice, but the second story is so dark that we can't ruin the day. But the first time was because my mom had me, because she drove me to school because I couldn't take the bus because it wasn't safe for me because the bullying was so bad. Anyway, I said I wasn't gonna get dark and I just did. So my mom had to drive me because I couldn't take the bus. And she made me late too many times. My own mother made me late. And so I got detention because it was like if you were late, like by the fourth time they gave you detention for a week. And I was like, oh my God, everyone's gonna think I'm a loser.
Meanwhile, you were getting cred being in detention.
Literally,
actually.
it was like probably the coolest thing that ever happened to me. It was like the 1 week the kids didn't make fun of me.
Guys, this is so embarrassing. I just had a wave of a memory, and I was debating sharing it. But I'm just gonna share it. One time on a Saturday night, I went to detention. Didn't have detention. I went so that I could lock in and do my homework. And I sat there.
Damn, that's the overachiever Olympics.
The teacher was like, why are you here? And I'm like, because I felt that I would be more productive here.
Oh my.
I'm so embarrassing. Oh
wow.
my
That's
God.
crazy.
Anyways.
The thing about theater kids is we're all the same.
Yikes.
We're all the same.
Wow.
Okay, so we always end every episode with a game called Gag or Drag. Gag means you love it. Drag means you hate it. Okay, gag or drag accidentally liking someone's Instagram post from 2018.
Drag.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Who would say gag?
Sometimes I do it just to fuck with people's minds. Gemini, yeah. Total Gemini behavior. Just like, I want them to think that I was like just stalking them. Even though I literally am just like, I'm just gonna see what happens if I just go back and see what happens.
Wait, that's hilarious. Wow.
So for me, I guess it's not accidental though, so that's why it's the gag.
Right.
Okay, gag or drag voice notes longer than 3 minutes.
Like sending
Gag.
like in a text?
Sending a voice note.
Gag.
Drag.
I love it. I have this friend who like sends me such long voice notes and I just listen and she's just walking around her house.
Yeah.
And I think it's fucking hilarious.
That's I will not. I've begun reading the voice notes.
That's fair.
I try, but then like half the time it doesn't make
not right,
sense. And I'm guilty because I will send them if it's like a creative thing, especially when I'm like executive music producing movie projects. When I'm trying to like explain why I made a choice or explain how someone has to fix something for me, sometimes a voice note
Much easier.
is the only way. But then I'm like, this is gonna be 4 minutes and this person's going to hate me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to repeat myself 4 times. Morgan, normally you write these questions to make our guests uncomfortable, but you're actually exposing things about me today.
I needed to switch it up.
They were too polite. You're like, fuck this. Okay. Gag or drag, songs that were supposed to be jokes becoming fan favorites.
Oh, gag.
Gag.
I have so many.
Yeah, it's going to
So
be gag for
many.
me.
Yeah.
Gag.
Yeah.
It's the
Now,
best thing.
how do you, because I know some artists are like, oh no, this is now like the most requested song. And it was like a joke song I wrote when I was 19, and now I'm going to have to play it till the day I die. You love it.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. I'm like, I have a song called You Are Bad that was like fully a joke. The only reason it came out is because people on TikTok liked it. I was like, this is such a fucking joke. I just went on Rhyme Zone and went motherfucker. And then all the lines were, it was like so dumb. Anyways, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think I will play it until I die and I'll have fun with it.
Yeah. Love. Gag or drag, trusting your gut over market research. Putting your gut
Gag.
first, gag or drag.
Gag.
Yeah.
Gag.
Oh, yeah.
How do you, Ricky, if you haven't noticed, Ricky runs like a very successful indie label. So how often does like research come up in your daily life? Let's pick daily just to make it a more fun question.
Actually, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually a lot. Especially when we're looking at new artists.
Yeah.
And it's a daily, it's really like, I don't want to say a daily battle, but it's like something I'm considering constantly. And like, does this make sense for me or for us? Or is this just something that's like interesting right now? And I think that what really like carves the path of the career is like how you respond to all those like individual small questions.
Yeah.
But it's got to be instinct first.
Yeah.
It's always been for me.
Love it. Gag or drag, writing a song in an hour.
Gag.
Ooh, Ricky. See, this is the producer.
I knew this
As
was
a songwriter, because when I produce, it's like only for like huge movies or some shit. It's a different thing. Huge is the wrong word. It's a huge project. I don't produce in the way you do, like finishing records in the micro level. I only produce in the macro level, I should say.
Have you
For me,
ever?
I love an hour. I think it's fabulous. I've written so many hits an hour, but I know that question always stresses producers out.
It's because it's kind of like what song. I will say this. I think any song that has been finished in an hour is a gag for me because they have been hits.
Right.
But there have been, I've worked with artists, songwriters. Like I've worked with people that like are sort of like trying to do that. Trying to write a song in an hour.
On purpose. Like that's how it's good. Right.
Yes, exactly. And some of the most important songs I've ever been a part of were literally, and people love to slander this, but I think like some of the songs that I've written that have taken, a month, several months of deep thought, long conversations.
Revisiting.
Like we're not really saying anything in this second verse. And this song is so powerful and so important and meaningful right now in this cultural moment. And you're a big artist with something to say. And then, you're in Europe for 2 weeks, you're coming back. Like, but let's have another conversation about this. Like, it's not doing it in a way that you're trying to make a hit or trying to engineer something like fake or try hard.
Yeah.
It's really like thinking deeply about what we're saying here. And so I have had experiences too where the opposite can also really be true.
Yeah.
But writing a hit in an hour is top tier experience.
Top tier experience.
It's the best.
It's magic.
lit.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Okay, gag or drag, keeping a lyric that might be deemed terrible, but you keep it because it makes you laugh.
Gag.
Gag.
I just miss humor in pop music
so fun.
bad. And it's sometimes like when rappers are funny, it gets the respect it deserves. When melodic songs are funny, singing has funny lyrics, a lot of times people deem it bad. But I'm like, no, we should be able to be funny too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
I think funny lyrics they're making a comeback and it's time.
That's like when I think about the significance of Sabrina Carpenter.
Right.
I'm like, thank you so much for just like
Facts.
Being
having
fucking hysterical.
being
So
fucking funny.
funny.
And
Yeah.
clearly, and everyone knows that to be that funny, you have to be smart.
Yeah.
And to do it in a song, you got to be a genius.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
Thank
Sabrina.
you for that. Thank
Snaps.
you, Amy and Sabrina.
Yeah.
Gag or drag, an artist being told one more tweak.
Gag, bro. As a producer, can we just get just one more? 100 times.
I can't say gag or drag to that. To
It's
be
a
honest.
meh. We normally offer a meh. I forgot to offer you a meh.
Yeah,
option.
it's a meh. It's
Yeah.
a meh. It's
Yeah.
a meh. It's a meh. It's a meh. I think if it makes it better, obviously gag.
Yeah.
But what if it doesn't?
That's the whole relationship right there. One question. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh my
Me, at one point when we were finishing Night at the Opera, I called Steve and I was like, I'm losing faith, man. I don't know. We've written this chorus like 50 times now. I was like, I don't know. And Steve was like, you guys are almost there. You're almost there. And then it was the best
Then
thing
you
ever.
were almost there.
So,
And you got there.
We were almost there.
it's true.
What have the two of you learned from working together? This is not a gag or drag. This is a to summarize.
Drag.
Yeah, exactly. Just madness.
What have you learned from each other that has nothing to do with music?
Ooh.
Morgan doesn't fuck around. We ask real questions on this podcast.
I
Whoa.
mean, I can go first.
Yeah, go first.
I mean, you lost your grandma, in under a year, like less than a year later, I lost my mom.
Yeah.
And talking to you about grief, like helping you through your grief when I had not yet experienced it
Yeah.
was obviously was like felt meaningful, and talking to somebody about that even when you're not also suffering can feel good or feel cathartic or whatever the thing is. But after my mom passed and we spoke, I was like, dude. And then you were like, okay, this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. And so it was just, I don't know, pretty wild that in our first year of working together, we both experienced that.
Mhm.
And I think that you really taught me a lot, figuratively and kind of literally, as far as like practice and techniques and things for dealing with grief that I really appreciate.
Oh, wow. I think
That's
it's hard to
awesome.
understand grief if you haven't gone through it. I think it's like, yeah, especially someone as close as your mother. I mean, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this is something I've learned. I think recently I've been working with, people I've like always looked up to, including both of you. And I feel like the more successful the people I've been working with have been, the more I'm like, y'all are just good people who are grounded and don't have like ridiculous egos. And you go into the room and you just treat people like people. And that is why you're successful. And I think that has been like, I don't know, I think that's huge. And I don't think people know that, like
Wow.
out there,
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really makes a huge difference. Like I even think about, every session I've had with you for sure. It's like, I feel so listened to. I feel like we are, just collaborators truly.
Mhm.
And then even the session with you for What's the Point, it was very much like, it was so easy to talk to you guys about like what was going on in my life. And I think that like,
Well, your stories were so juicy. I was telling you, I was popcorn. I was like, let's go.
you're like, this is great.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me about the next tragedy that happened after that.
And I was like, oh, thank God I'm not in my 20s anymore.
It's true. It's true. That was, yeah.
No, it's,
But yeah.
I think that mean people can have a run of hits.
Yeah.
To last a decade plus. You have to be obsessed with the craft.
Yep.
And I think if you're obsessed with the craft, there's a kindness because you're there for a greater good. You're there to just keep doing great things. Because the point of like proving yourself, because that was huge for me. I needed to prove that I could write music that the whole world liked. It was in me since I was young. I had to do it. Now that I've proven it, it's just like, well, I'm still here because think it's really awesome.
This is awesome.
Songs
And
are
it
magic.
is.
Yeah.
Songs are magic.
So awesome. But anyways,
to end it, you guys have made a fucking beautiful body of work that just came out. What do you hope people, if you could hope one thing that people take away from listening to the whole project, what is it?
Writing this project helped me through the worst year of my life, like hands down.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it can help somebody else through their life as well. That's it.
Love it.
That's it.
That's
I
awesome.
couldn't put it any better than
Yeah,
that.
that's great. Love
That's
it. Everybody, Ricky Reed and Emei.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. It's so fun.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Hello, everyone's favorite part of every podcast where we say, please follow and subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen so you don't miss future conversations. And also, pretty please take a cute little second to rate the show. It's one of the biggest ways you can support us. See you next Wednesday.